I kept seeing people say the same thing, that ugly ads are outperforming polished ads, not better branding, not cleaner design, not high-end production, ugly ads, so I wanted to test it for myself. In this video, I'm breaking down what ugly AI ads actually are, why they sometimes work shockingly well, where they completely fail, and how local businesses can use them to get more qualified leads without wasting money. And the results were not what most people think. Because on paper, ugly ads sound ridiculous. Why would a worse-looking ad perform better? Shouldn't better design win? Shouldn't more polished branding convert better? That's what most people assume. But once you understand how attention works on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, ugly ads start making a lot more sense. And that's where this gets really interesting. Most businesses make the same mistake with ads. They try to make them look like ads. They over-edit them, they over-brand them, they overproduce them, and they accidentally make them easier to ignore. Because the second something looks too polished, too corporate, or too obviously promotional, people scroll right past it. But ugly ads do something different. They interrupt the feed. They feel raw, they feel native, they feel more real, and that often gets attention faster. So in this video, I'm going to break down what ugly AI ads actually are, why they can outperform polished creatives, the 3 types of ugly ads that tend to work best, the biggest mistakes people make when creating them, and how to use this strategy if you want more qualified booked jobs for a local business. So let's get into it. When I say ugly AI ad, I'm not talking about a bad ad. I'm talking about an ad that looks intentionally simple, imperfect, or low production. That could mean basic captions, raw-looking hooks, simple talking head videos, awkward but attention-grabbing visuals, AI voiceovers, AI avatars, messier layouts, or ad creatives that feel more like user-generated content than a polished commercial. The point is not to make the ad look terrible. The point is to make it feel less like an ad and more like something a real person would actually stop and watch. That's a huge difference, because ugly does not mean careless. Ugly means less polished, more native, and often more scroll-stopping. Ugly ads work for one main reason: they pattern interrupt. People are used to seeing highly polished marketing, cinematic videos, clean brand colors, perfect transitions, overly scripted sales copy, and most of it blends together. But when something feels more raw, more direct, or a little unexpected, it breaks the pattern. That earns attention. And attention is the first job of any ad. Not conversion, not persuasion, not trust. First, attention. If nobody stops scrolling, none of the other stuff matters. And ugly AI ads often win because they get that first microsecond of curiosity. There's another reason they work. They feel more believable. A lot of polished ads trigger resistance. People think, here comes another sales pitch. But raw-looking ads can feel more casual and more real, especially when the messaging is simple, especially when the creative looks like something that could have come from a customer, creator, or business owner directly. That lowers resistance, and lower resistance often means better click-through rates, better engagement, and sometimes cheaper leads. Now let's get practical. Not all ugly ads work. Some are just bad. But these 3 formats tend to perform the best. The first is the raw talking head ad. This is usually the easiest one to make. A person looks into the camera and says something direct. No fancy edit, no crazy graphics, no expensive setup, just a strong hook and a clear message. Something like, if your local business is getting leads but they're not booking, this is probably why. That works because it feels personal, it feels direct, and it blends into the content people are already consuming. The second format is AI-generated UGC-style ads. These are ads that mimic user-generated content. They might use AI avatars, AI voiceovers, AI scripting, or AI-assisted visuals, but the structure still feels casual and native. This works especially well when speed matters, because instead of spending a ton of time producing one polished ad, you can quickly make multiple variations, test different hooks, test different angles, and see what actually resonates. That's where AI becomes powerful, not because it makes perfect ads, but because it lets you test faster. The third type is messy visual ads with strong copy. These are ads where the visual may be simple, weird, bold, or even slightly chaotic, but the headline or hook does the heavy lifting. For example, most local businesses are wasting ad spend for one reason, or this follow-up mistake is costing you booked jobs. These ads work because the creative buys attention and the copy creates curiosity. That combo is powerful, especially in crowded feeds where polished content is everywhere. Now here's the part most people miss. Ugly ads can work really well, but they also fail for very predictable reasons. Ugly ads fail when people confuse ugly with lazy. If the hook is weak, the ad still loses. If the offer is bad, the ad still loses. If the targeting is off, the ad still loses. If the landing page sucks, the ad still loses. And if the follow-up system is broken, it does not matter how cheap your click was. You still won't get booked jobs. This is the biggest mistake I see. People test a creative style and expect that alone to save the campaign. But ad success is never just the ad. It's the hook, the message, the audience, the offer, the follow-up, and the conversion path. Ugly ads can improve attention. They do not fix a broken system. So if you run a local business, what should you actually do with this? Simple. Do not replace everything with ugly AI ads. Test them. Use them as a fast, low-cost creative strategy. Run ugly ad versions against polished versions. Test different hooks. Test different first lines. Test different offers. Test different angles. And focus on one real metric. Not clicks, not likes, not comments. Qualified booked jobs. Because that's the metric that actually matters. If ugly ads help you get cheaper attention but worse lead quality, they're not better. But if they help you generate more qualified opportunities at a lower cost, then you have something worth scaling. So do ugly AI ads actually work? Yes, sometimes really well, but not because ugly is magic. They work because they interrupt patterns, feel more native, lower resistance, and let you test creative ideas faster. That's the real lesson. The win is not ugliness. The win is attention plus speed of testing. And if you understand that, you can use AI to create ads faster, test smarter, and improve your chances of finding a creative that actually converts. If you want help building ad systems that actually generate qualified booked jobs for local businesses, drop a comment below. And if you want more breakdowns on AI ads, lead generation, follow-up, and automation, subscribe. Because most people are still using AI the wrong way, and the businesses that learn how to use it for actual growth are going to have a huge advantage.